Okay.
So today we're gonna make the napkin masks that we were talking about on the phone the other day. So we couldn't get masks, so I decided I was gonna figure out how to make them for us. So we don't know if we're gonna need to have them to go into stores, but this is just a quick way to do them, and they're disposable. I didn't wanna wash anything. There's washable ones online, you can find patterns. But you can see patterns all over online that look similar to this one. I just happened to do this by myself. Okay, so I was using anything I could find around the house. There's no wrong or right way. This is just how I do it. You can do it, adapt it any way you'd like to. So you're gonna start off with your napkins. And as you can see, most people have these in their drawers. They aren't using them. These work the best. These happen to be the best size. So these are 5 by 5 napkin. You can see I have all different pretty little patterns that you can make that are really cool. People in the stores have been asking me, where did I buy them? You can get them online, and usually you can get them on Amazon. So it opens up to be I'm just gonna measure so you can see. Okay, that's what you see right there. All right, so it opens up that way. Okay, so you have your open napkin. That's all you gotta do. You gotta get that ready to go. Now these are the supplies you're gonna need. A good pair of scissors. You're gonna need a hole punch. I have a measuring mat, which is really nice. This is one I use for my baking and my cake decorating, but it's nice. It's got a rubbery surface. It's good to cut on, etc. A ruler is always good, like a straight edge ruler, a nice stiff ruler. Then you have your wires. Now on the wire subject, I had these from my son's wedding. I use these to make the ribbons for the pews. You can use anything you have. I know that people have mentioned bread ties, which work fine. This is gonna be for the nose part to make it bend and conform to your face. But this is how they come in the package. You can get these on Amazon, or you can get them at Walmart, whatever. It's just kind of a way to get it so it can bend and be flexible and come close to your face when it's all done. So that's the wires. Now you can, like I said, use bread ties. You can also do another thing I saw online where you can take foil, aluminum foil, and you just fold it and fold it and fold it till you get this long skinny piece, and you can use that as well. I find I like the wire better, but this is an option if you don't have it. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. So then the other piece is gonna be this tape. So this is gonna be what I had. I had frog tape. Frog tape works really well, I'm finding. It basically comes in green, so you're kind of stuck with the color if you're looking for a fashionable mask. But this works really good. And this is going to be a frog tape that is going to be 1.5 inches wide. You don't have to use this. You can get the 1/2 inch if you can buy it, but I just had this. So I just adapted it, and I've just been taking one piece and I just cut it down the middle to make the tape for the mask. The other piece is going to be your napkins. Now I decided to do this. You don't have to do this step, but I just wanted an extra little filter barrier in here, and it's a little more comfortable on your face, and it won't rip as easily, I guess, as I'm looking for durability. So I took the select a size paper towels, whatever kind, it does not matter, and you've got them where they pull apart, and then you're gonna cut and measure to get a piece that will fit inside the center of your mask, where the tape will make contact. Okay, so I ended up with a piece here. It might have been a little short. I cut these prior, so I would say 8 by 4. 3. Is that 3? 4.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so 3. So maybe a little bigger than 3 might be better.
And this one is?
I would make it a little bigger, personally. I'm gonna start making mine a little bigger.
9.
Okay, so I'd make it I'd probably do 10 by 4, just so it can meet the tape part, because I cut these a little small. All right, then the other piece is gonna be your rubber bands. Now, I had this cording that I also used, and it works fine, it works great, but I decided I like the rubber bands actually better. And this is gonna be where you punch the holes, and you're gonna put them through, and then you just wrap them around your ears, and then you would pull these up and wrap it around your ear as well. And we'll try it on at the end, and that is exactly what you end up with. And it conforms to your face. It's really great, it works great. And everybody's gonna ask you where you got them, and then you can say, I made them. All right, so that's what you're looking at for materials. I think I've covered everything. Oh, this is another thing. I found some duct tape in the garage that we had, and this is just gonna be used as like the frog tape would be used. Same thing. All right, So, all that being said, we're gonna move on here to the instructional side. So what you're gonna do
Production
first
side.
is you're going to see you've got, this is the side that's gonna go on your face, and this is the side that's gonna go out. There are pleats here, which are super easy to do. I'm finding that the pattern in the napkin is the easiest way to judge where you're gonna fold. Or you can do it using your ruler or your mat. It's either way. And then you have your two taped piece ends, and then taped on here, and your wire is gonna go at the top and the bottom to make it bend. So you've got your pieces of tape here. Now again, you can measure it out. I'm kind of a free, you know, I can just do it freehand most of the time. I am not worrying about it being that precise because it's a disposable mask, but if you want to do it to the specifications, you can just measure with your ruler and then measure your thing here, and then you can match it up to wherever it goes. So you'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of short tape, and then 2 for there. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to do it. You can see I have some here that I haven't punched holes in yet, but they're very easy to make. This is one that actually has the foil in it that I made. This was one of the earlier ones I made. It made it kind of small. I'm gonna mail that to my grandma. She's little, so I made it a little small for her face. Okay, so now then, and this tape's great because see, it doesn't, you can just cut it ahead and let it lay there and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't stick to itself. It's really convenient. All right, so we're gonna open up the napkin like this. And I'm doing design facing me because of the rows. It's easier that way to match it, like I said. And this takes a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a trick to it, but it's pretty simple to do. Flip it over, you're gonna fold your little ends like this. And
Where the wire goes.
that's where the wire's gonna go. And again, there's no like perfect method. You don't want it to be too big, but I would say, you know, anywhere under 1/2 inch is probably gonna be just fine because this is where your wire is gonna go under here. So you don't want it to be too wide so the wire is sliding around in there. You want it to be kind of like that. And then you're gonna fold it over. And then this is where it's takes a little practice, but you're gonna start here and you're going to fold. And again, like I said, I'm using the pattern to kind of help me. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. Like that. So you're folding it towards you. Okay, it's a little tricky at first to get the rhythm. And then you're going to come down here. I would say approximately, I don't know, 2.5 inches down, and you're gonna fold it again. You can even kind of just kind of go by the guide here, like that. Easy, and just kind of going back and pushing down, making sure you're creasing everything. It doesn't, if it's a little off and it worries you, just go back and fix it. And then you're going to come down to the next row. Like I said, I'm using the grid of pattern on here. On this particular napkin, it's easy. And you just go like this, and then you're gonna put your thumbs under, fold down, like that. Increase. This makes your pleats in your mask, like this. And then I always take it and kind of press down. Now, see, it's a little off on this one. I don't really care. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll fix it. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm not that worried about it being super perfect. Once it's on your face, you're not going to really notice. But if it bothers you and you're a precise person, you can go back and you can kind of play with it and fix it. All right, so you don't want to flip it over yet. You're going to leave it laying flat like that. You're going to take 2 pieces of your tape, and it doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit. I always start at the top and kind of match it and then come down like that. It can overhang a little bit. It actually works out really good because it helps reinforce your little areas of where you're putting your rubber bands. And then I always make the excess at the top on the other side, so I'll match it at the bottom, and then I go up. And again, there's no right or wrong. You can do it however you're comfortable. Flip it over. Okay, so now you're here. You're gonna take your napkin, place it in the middle. You're gonna try to make sure that that tape's gonna overlap if it's a little high. See, that's why I'm saying cut them a little bit bigger if you want to. Okay, you need 2 of those, or your bread tie, wherever that went. You can put your bread tie in there. You could actually probably make these shorter and not use as much wire, but I just been doing it this way. I kind of like it like this because I like it how it fits on the sides of your face a little tighter around your chin. And then, you know, make sure your napkin's placed perfectly. Then you're gonna take your 2 larger pieces and you're going to press down there. And you see this tape is super forgiving, I love it. It works so good. And it's very sticky once it's made contact. Then you're gonna take these pieces here. You can fold these over, your little end hanging down ones if you want to. And then you're going to match this up like that. You'll get very fast at this as you go along. And then you're gonna take this one. This one got a little wrinkled, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, go like that. And this is the inside of your mask. And then all you do, this is how simple and easy, you just go, find your wire, don't make contact with your hole puncher. And then you go like that. I got this one at the Dollar General. It was pretty cheap, like $1. You can get these really cheap at even at the grocery store. I'm sure you can buy in the stationery section. And just make sure you're filling your wire there. You don't want to go through it. And you're making your holes. I didn't have this at first, and I was trying to use like this X-Acto knife to make the holes. I would not suggest that. It was very hard and very frustrating. It took forever. This is so much faster. So now we have it like this. And then the rubber bands that I've been using are super convenient. They just go like from the back in. Okay, and then you're going to go like that. Easy. And that's it. So you put them all in.
Put the finished one on your face, the one that's already finished.
Yep. So that's what you're gonna do. Just make sure you're going through each little thing. Super easy. This is the finished product right here. It goes on your face like this. You're going to loop, and you can do this in the mirror to practice. I always have to kind of do it in the mirror. If you're in your car, you could do it in the rear view mirror, of course. That makes it super easy. And then you go like that, and make sure it goes around your earlobes. Like that, and then you can go up like that, around your earlobes, like this. Again, I try to pull my hair back so it doesn't get tangled. And then you can feel the wire in here, so you can just kind of go like this, and it just mashes right to your face. It's great. I mean, it just fits perfectly, and it's nice and tight. You can breathe pretty well, and that's that. Hopefully we won't need these, but we have them if we need them now, because you can't buy them anywhere. Good luck. If you have any questions, give me a call.